Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Ziad bin Inci Azhari. My student number is 2018286348 and my supervisor is Dr. Siti Sarah binti Ismail. Welcome to my presentation to my panel and all the viewers. So today I'm going to present about my Viva that is assessing noise pollution and its impact on students and teachers' performance among primary school in certain countries. And this is the outline that I will present after this. Before I continue my presentation, I'd like to share with you one slogan which is keep the noise down or the noise will keep you down. So let's start with the first part, which is introduction. Nowadays, there is significantly increase in noise pollution issue at school. Noise in school is considered to be an environmental challenge because it bothers the communication and learning. According to the problem statement, there are three problem statements that are prior to my project. The first one is the noise in classroom goes over the recommended level. Second is the effect of noise exposure towards student and teacher at school. And the third is the source of noise that come from internal and external source. And then the significance of study is to know the effect of noise pollution among student performance because students are always exposed to noisy environment when having a learning activity. And next is the objective of study. The first one is to measure the noise level in primary school. The second is to analyze the relationship between the effect of noise pollution on students' performance. And the last is to analyze the noise source of noise pollution around school environment. And then we go to the second part, which is literature review. So the first one is source of noise. According to the European Environmental Agency, it indicates that the sound source are the road traffic which generate the greatest number of sound exposure. It is estimated that around 100 million people are exposed to harmful level over 55 decibel. Next is background noise. It comes from student activity and also comes from computer noise and ventilation equipment. And the last one is poor acoustic condition. Students with hearing impairment risk from negative effect of poor acoustic at school. Next is effect of noise. Aircraft noise can interfere students' language and causing changes in teachers' behavior. One researcher found that students on quieter school near railway had performance rating higher than students on noisy school. Road traffic noise also has a harmful effect on students' attention due to noise level raised up to 70 decibel. Next is the mitigation measure. The first one is building arrangement. This is the option to reduce noise by opening windows. Second is by using double glass window. It is due to airtight window can be an effective barrier for noise reduction. And the last way is to reduce noise by locating them in isolated areas. There are four research questions that we need to observe. First is what is the noise level in primary school. Second, is there any relationship between the effect of noise pollution on student performance? Next, what are the noise sources of noise pollution around school environment? And the last one is what is the mitigation measure to overcome noise pollution? Here we go to the important part, which is analysis and interpretation. The result of the first research question showed the highest maximum noise level was recorded in London, which is 81.3 decibel. This is due to primary school was located in a metropolitan city. A few surveys has been conducted to compare the noise level between empty and occupied classroom. The results show that occupied classroom generate higher noise than empty classroom. Meanwhile, the highest minimum noise level was recorded in Terengganu, which is 63.7 decibel. The result shows that the school located in industrial area generate higher noise compared to the commercial and residential area. This is due to large number of vehicles that passing by in front of school. Next, we go to the second result of research question. This table of results show several effects of noise. For physiological effect, two researchers compare the effect of noise in terms of blood pressure and it shows a significant and non-significant correlation between noise exposure and blood pressure. Next, for emotional or motivational deficit, the results show a significant correlation towards motivational deficit. It is because when students are exposed to high noise, it can cause 15% of students easily give up for doing their tasks. For cognitive effect, the results show a significant correlation toward noise exposure. It reports that students cannot concentrate in noisy school. According to this result, it shows a significant relationship between noise exposure and speech intelligibility, communication distortion, distraction of attention, and annoyance. The noise can impair on student academic performance because it has been shown to slow memory rehearsal. Noise pollution also can give impact on the ability to understand normal speech and may result in changes behavior. According to the researcher, it was agreed that a school with a lot of external noise can cause student dissatisfaction and stress. Next, this result show a significant relationship between noise exposure toward academic performance. The test result of students in terms of school scores was compared between a 7 to 11 on standardized assessment test. The result shows mathematics and science were the most affected subject. Furthermore, the researcher also compared the performance of students in acoustically treated and untreated classroom. The result shows the treated classroom can reduce background noise level and reverberation time. Lastly, in this result, it shows a significant relationship between noise exposure toward teachers' focus. The findings indicate that noise in school building bothers teachers because the teachers are dissatisfied with the building's interior sound. Meanwhile, a researcher also looked into how teachers spend their time at school. The finding revealed that teachers spend a significant amount of time silencing unnecessary student speech and reducing classroom noise. Next, we go to the third result of research question. From this table, a poor acoustic classroom shows a significant relationship toward noise exposure. Due to noise interference, a researcher found that classrooms were not a productive or comfortable place to learn due to poor acoustic. Next, the result of road traffic and student talk show a significant relationship toward noise exposure. It should not surprise that road traffic, which include both commercial and passenger vehicles, was identified as the most significant source of noise annoyance. Furthermore, similar finding was reported 40% of school children considered students' talk to be a major source of noise. The result of environmental noise show a significant relationship toward noise exposure. A researcher focused on students reporting the effect of noise that come from outdoor noise. Next, the result of classroom chatter show a significant relationship toward noise exposure. The noise made by students chatting has been described as particularly upsetting. A researcher discovered that younger students are more vulnerable to the negative effect of noise. Lastly, the result of background noise show a significant relationship toward noise exposure. In the presence of background noise, normal hearing students' speech understanding deteriorate. Furthermore, listening to noise could affect children's short-term memory and delayed recall. Next, we go to the fourth result of research question. From this table, isolation and sustainable building design program give a significant relationship towards noise reduction. The best way to protect institutions from noise disturbance is to locate them in isolated areas. It can be accomplished by promoting quieter equipment or by zoning into industrial and commercial areas. Besides that, schools must have a sustainable building design program to reduce reverberation. A researcher addressed that a signal-to-noise ratio is required for enough words to be heard by listeners. Next, a study that proposed a green roof to be applied at school showed a significant relationship to noise reduction by 10 decibel. Furthermore, the result that use sound-absorbing material give a significant relation toward noise reduction. Both researchers agree that insert more absorbing material toward back of the room is a good practice. In order to enhance classroom acoustic, a researcher recommends the best combination of absorptive and diffusive treatment to achieve optimal condition. Last but not least, it is suggestion and recommendation, but I choose to focus on recommendation only. I recommend that campaign for information and create awareness should be conducted at various levels of people. Next, I recommend to the authority to plant a vegetation inside and outside the school area because plant structure have the ability to absorb noise that would otherwise be reflected between buildings. So this is the sum of the reference that I use in my presentation. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching.